Germany, which boasts one of the world's fourth largest economy and Europe's biggest economy, is currently going through an economic hard time and could soon face a critical turning point. Reports indicate that they may have entered a recession, which signs point towards a wider European economic slowdown. So what's behind Germany's recession and what does it entail for not only Europe but also global economies? Let's shed some light on the situation, and remember, if you can, please hit that like button as it helps me create even more videos for you in the future. Now, European economies were traditionally considered some of the most stable globally, but since 2022, things have taken an unexpected turn for the worst. Germany in particular has witnessed its economic performance decline sharply and attempted recovery via sanctions, which backfired rather large. Now, numerous sources like Reuters and BBC have stated that Germany is officially in a recession and they don't know how long it will last, though other nations also face challenges, and this graph from the New York Times shows the Eurozone's steep descent into a recession as GDP has declined substantially. Now, Germany's economic decline holds greater ramifications given their major contribution to European output over recent years, which is about 30%. Now, Germany managed to withstand the initial pandemic storm more easily than some European countries. However, its manufacturing industry is now contracting, and this is the backbone of Germany, which is known for its strong industrial and manufacturing. Despite optimistic projections early in 2016, growth hasn't picked up as anticipated, and industrial orders of items have seen decreased purchasing power impacting their production lines, leading to decreased manufacturing output. And at play are numerous factors, which include manufacturing decline, tighter monetary policy, and a slower U.S. growth, and geopolitical tensions such as Ukraine-related turmoil, demographic shifts, and migration challenges across Europe. And as you know, the credit crunch is really slowing down the U.S. economy by reducing credit and access to small businesses. Now, energy is also an integral factor of Germany's success story. Bloomberg suggests that energy issues might substantially destabilize Germany's economy in coming years. And according to economists, reports of German growth lagging behind other regions within Europe. According to the International Monetary Fund, Germany is projected to experience one of the poorest performance among the G7 countries this year. Recovery should be gradual, with energy problems taking center stage as Germany grapples with significantly higher energy costs compared with those found in the USA. Now, German publication DW, which you could see here, has reported that economic prospects remain dismal, with the European Central Bank potentially raising interest rates to 7% to combat inflation. Now, although Eurozone inflation peaked at 7% in April, it still far outpaced central banks' set goal of 2%, which furthermore striking similarities have been identified between economic conditions in both regions of the world. Now, interest rate hikes can cause small businesses to reduce spending, which in turn may impede hiring decisions. Consumer spending typically declines with unemployment and personal income loss, causing demand to decline further. Now, people are putting more debt on their credit cards, and this is showing in growing consumer debt across the entire USA and Europe. Now, all of this spells bad news for Europe as a whole. Germany's long-term decline could have widespread repercussions across the region, already suffering from high energy costs, rising interest rates, and inflationary pressures. Europe's major issue is that it needs access to affordable natural gas supplies for multiple reasons. Natural gas differs from oil in that it requires either transport through pipelines or conversion to liquefied natural gas, both of which involve significant costs. And aside from economic issues, Europe is also facing a big migrant crisis and geopolitical tensions, which must be dealt with. Now, countries like Italy have changed their migrant rules in order to stabilize their economy. Giorgia Meloni has implemented new rules for migrants in order to get a hold on migrant issues, which are plaguing Italy and bleeding into Europe. She has been under major ridicule about her policies, and as an Italian with a lot of relatives living there, I can say that her policies are working to get the economy back on track and the issues under control. Now, Europe was quick to criticize it, but I think this is the point that everyone in the world is noticing something that needs to be done and addressed on a global scale about it. So the situation is complex and interlinked. Germany's economic woes don't remain isolated, but instead it affects Europe as a whole in terms of stability and long-term prospects for economic success. Now, if you like this video, check this next video out right here.